Microtransit is your Uber-like on-demand shared ride service.
When you look at the county of Johnson County, it's really large and it's got a really varied demographic. It's made up of a lot of neighborhoods.
We're very spread out and we're not very dense. We're a hard place to serve well with fixed route standard public transportation.
There were definitely some gaps and some holes to fill where we just didn't have the bus system there. So
we have about 500 bus stops and 95% of those are just signs in city right away. You may have to walk a mile to get to a bus stop in order to utilize our system.
So there's streetcar, there's buses, there's paratransit, there's microtransit. We have some smaller flex bus routes that we have, and those are all branded under Ride KC.
It's on a designated time schedule for a bus, and you have to walk to the bus stop. Those two things are eliminated with us.
Once we get our ride on the tablet, we have a GPS system that guides us there, pick our passenger up, get them in, they pay, and then we head from there to their destination.
The technology allows us to be able to pick people up truly on demand where they aren't having to pre-schedule even a couple hours.
If we can get you from your front door to the Mission Transit Center, then you can get really anywhere in the region from there, whether it's using our service or the other Ride KC services, because we're all one regional coordinated system.
People tell me all the time, I ride the metro, but it don't take me everywhere I need to go. This is perfect. This is great. They love it.
Working to get regionally all of those transportation systems working together has been a huge goal. It's going beautifully, and Microtransit has just been this really key piece in getting Johnson County connected to the rest of the metro.
The amount of need and desire and excitement about this service is pretty phenomenal. Now we're averaging 250, 275 trips a day, which is awesome.
People that don't have transportation right now, if they use something like Uber or Lyft, the price would be so prohibitive, it would be counterproductive to the job that they had. We charge such a nominal fee that anyone could afford to ride with us.
Microtransit is $1.50 each way. Taxis are not.
Structuring the price that way in the pilot period and making the transfers free will be an incentive to people to try to use public transportation as a seamless network. We have a partnership with the city in which they subsidize any trip that begins or ends in their downtown area. And that's the first time in 40 years of transit service in Johnson County that a local municipality has helped to subsidize the service.
So if we start to see wait times are climbing, or we've got multiple orders that are sort of waiting too long, they'll actually bring extra cab drivers in, which allows us to meet unexpected demand. So I'm able to drop vehicles in and out of service very quickly. We are able to bring in the taxis, provide the full service, get the passenger count, figure out what the trip volume looks like, and figure out how many vehicles they want to sort of purchase and bring in. We actually run the call center, so passengers that need to call in versus using the app or the web. We run the software and the dispatch pieces, and we run all of the vehicles. We do sort of the whole thing A to Z on the operations side.
Because we're public, we have to make it as available to everyone as possible. So there's a mobile app to book online, an online portal, which is really great. They can call and schedule the ride as well. So it's easy. This gives you an entry level into public transportation that maybe feels a little more comfortable. And I also think it's opened up that door for the community to see that as well. It's also helping to break down some of the idea of what public transportation is, the perception of it. It's opened up a lot of doors, I believe.
The benefit to the community is far beyond just that cost per service per trip. It really can have these ripple effects on affordable housing, on access to food, on access to healthcare. The end goal being we want to support people who are vulnerable, and we want to engender public transportation use, understand the needs of your riders and the desires of your community. We want people to feel at home and comfortable and safe. And again, our operators being kind and empathetic and helping people understand where they are and where they need to go.
All of our drivers, they're the face of the company when they're out there. They have to be customer service. So you can teach anybody to drive a vehicle, right? You want somebody who likes people. They have to like people.
We have good conversations. We share different thoughts and ideas.
I like the fact that I get to work with the public and I get to help people, because a lot of times these people they're at a place where this is it.
The drivers really are the ones who keep it going, and they make the experience for the customer. So they have to be really great people. I'm one of the people who thinks that there's enough vehicles out here that we can get everybody where they need to get to in some mode, in some form. All of the modes are necessary, because if something isn't working for you, you should have a backup plan.
I believe there's room for Uber and Lyft and all of them, because everybody don't want to ride public transportation. But for those who do, it's unbeatable. People need this.
It's helped so many people do what they need to do in order to get to where they need to get to.
On a personal level, I think this has been a really fun program, and I'm excited to see how we grow with it. I just couldn't say enough about it. It's a great program.
It's just a great tool for us to be able to provide tailored mobility solutions. We can keep people healthy, keep them circulating throughout our community. We've done our due diligence to make the community better. And that's what microtransit means to me.